Oscar Bevis for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm here at the University of Kent Sports Centre. I'm delighted to be joined by IBF Super Lightweight Champion Josh Taylor. Josh, how are we?
Yeah, good mate, yourself?
Very well. Just want to get a quick shout out at the start. I'm not sure if you're a listener of the IFL podcast, but
I know what you're going to say. I know who you're going to say. Andy McCart.
Mr. Andrew McCart, yeah. Your biggest fan.
He's big Andy. He's a big boxing whore, isn't he? He loves it. He absolutely loves it. So shout out to you, Andy, if you're watching. See you soon, mate.
That'll make his week. That will. The University of Kent Sports Centre. It's a bit of a different setup. You talk to me about what it's like being here and living locally, and sort of how it's working for you and Shane.
Yeah, it's good. It feels more like a training camp here now. All the lads, we're staying in a house together, the student accommodation. We're staying there all together, So we're all going through it all together, So it feels more like a team sort of effort, and everything here on campus is on tap. We've got all the running facilities and the gym, the weights facilities. We've got the physios and the sports massage, and also the boxing gym as well. So we've got everything right here on our doorstep. So yeah, it's great.
Is this a long-term plan for Shane and you guys?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what is going on behind doors, what deal they've got or whatever. I'm not sure at all. But I know for now and for the foreseeable future that we're based here, and I'd be happy to be based out here because it's great.
Right, I want to talk to you about yesterday. We know you were filming Gloves Are Off.
Yeah, on Monday.
With Regis, Monday, so Regis Prograis. It hasn't been released yet, but what we have seen, it seems like a lot of the talk is around the fact that you thought he was not willing to fight you, and you thought the contractual agreements were because he didn't want to fight you or fight in the UK. Tell us a little bit about what the Gloves Are Off are like, what we can expect from it when it's released.
Well, you'll see it when it's released. Basically, I just touched on the fact that I didn't think he wanted to come over here to fight. I know his manager didn't want him to come over here to fight. Then they were making excuses about money and escrows and things like that. I'm in the exact same boat as what he was. We both got paid, so I don't know what all the confusion and the moaning, pissing and moaning was all about. So it doesn't matter anyway. It's all done. The fight's on, and we're here. So happy days.
Was you told much about the contractual agreements at the time when everything was sort of up in the air? Was you told much about it?
No, his contracts. No, I've obviously not seen his contracts because that's for him. But I'm pretty sure that they were very similar. And I got paid, he got paid, and I don't know what the issue was, but anyway, but it's been done, and we're here now.
In terms of the fight, a lot of people are sort of going in depth and experts and talking about what we can expect, but it seems like you've got quite a simple plan that when he does put his chin in the air, you're going to knock him out. That's what it sounds like.
Yes, well, listen, I know for a fact he's saying it's going to be a dog fight. It's going to be a dog fight, no boxing. I'm telling you right now, if he comes and tries to make it a dog fight and walk me down and make it a fight, he's getting chinned. I know that for a matter of a fact. If he comes down and tries to walk me down and drag me into a fight, I will knock him spark out. I know that for a fact. If he wants to come and do all his fiddly stuff in boxing and trying to be slick and move, I can outbox him all day long as well. So I can't see anything other than a win for myself.
I mean, he's come over to the UK 3 weeks early, which I just spoke to Calla and he said you don't normally see that with fighters coming over to the UK. They normally come, say, a week before, maybe a fortnight. Do you feel like he's trying to make a bit of a statement, or was it literally just because of media things, or do you think he's trying to sort of
I don't know, and I don't really care.
There?
I don't know, and I don't care. He can do what he wants, but I know that I'm beating him on the night. But he's obviously taking it serious, which is good. I want him to take it serious. I want it to be the best Regis Prograis in the ring. So yeah, hopefully it is, and hopefully it will be. So I don't really care what his preparations is and what he's doing. So that's it.
Fair enough. Obviously, you were sparring Luke Campbell for the Lomachenko fight. A mega fight for Shane in the camp. This is another mega fight. Do you think there'll be some similarities between the two camps in the preparation?
What do you mean, the camps between Luke and myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we train the same sort of way. We do the same sort of training and exercises. The only thing that's different is the tactics and the things that we're working on in the fight. So and the sparring was great. We look, very, very similar in a lot of things. So yeah, it was great. Real sharp work.
What sort of sparring have you had sort of post Luke
I've had lots of good
Lomachenko
sparring.
defeat?
I've had great sparring. I've got a sparring partner in from America at the minute as well. I'm using a couple of good sparring partners, English lads as well. So yeah, I'm getting great sparring. I'm in great shape.
Okay, so sort of all go October the 26th, but for the co-feature, or I don't know what even to call it now, I'm not sure what I'd call it if Dereck was sitting in front of me, but first things first, what did you make of Dereck at the press conference? Because I know when you spoke to Coogan it was before Dereck's sort of outburst. Can I just get your thoughts on what you were thinking, one, at the time, and two, when you've seen it back?
At the time, I didn't know what he was talking about. I couldn't hear him. I was sat at the opposite side of the table. Obviously, all the microphones and speakers were pointing out to you guys in the media. So I didn't know what he was saying. I just sort of picked up on the last bit when he was saying, tell him to go sell tickets in Glasgow. So then I was like, oh, he's having a whinge about me being top of the bill. Which he was. So he was maybe a bit bitter about a wee Scotsman being in his hometown and topping the bill, his show. Maybe a wee bit bitter about that, or maybe it was just a publicity stunt, which I think that's more what it was, to get more people to tune in and say, oh, what's he been saying, and be interested in buying the fight. So I think that's probably more the case. But I'd take nothing from it, didn't bother me really.
He was sort of adamant after that there were going to be conversations about him potentially actually topping the bill, or I don't know, getting more money, etc. What was said to you after, or was it just sort of ignore that and carry on?
Just ignored it,
yeah.
And carried on, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I want to talk to you about an incident that we managed to catch the other day on IFL TV. I'm not sure if you saw it, between O'Hara-Davies and Chisora.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I've seen that.
It is real, by the way. Yeah. It is real.
Yeah, I've seen that.
For those who are saying it's not.
I think Tyrone will probably watch this. He'd probably shat himself a wee bit. I know that's going to wind him up. Nah, I'm only kidding. It was quite funny. I thought it was real funny. I must have watched it about 4 or 5 times. In fact, about 40 times I've watched it. I just think the situation and the way it happened, it was real funny. And I know for a fact that Tyrone hates him, so I know what I'm saying here he'll get a wee bite. But I like Tyrone, he's a good friend of mine, so he knows I'm only kidding. I hope he beats up on O'Hara-Davies, because I don't like him. I don't think anybody really likes him, but it is what it is, and I thought it was pretty funny, the whole video. It did look staged. It did look a little bit staged.
I can understand where people maybe coming from.
It was quite funny. I just thought it was funny, the way they said it, and the way they reacted to each other. I thought it was really funny. It was good, but it's making interest. It makes it for a good, interesting fight, because the two genuinely dislike each other, and it'll be a good fight to watch. And I hope Tyrone comes through.
Oh yeah, I would say fingers crossed they actually get each other in the draw for the Golden Contract tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you'd want Tyrone to win, and I don't expect you to sit here and say that you'd want O'Hara to win, but if we're looking at a fight from a neutral standpoint, in terms who do you expect to win? How do you expect a fight between them two to go?
I'm not too sure. It's pretty tricky. O'Hara's got power and stuff, but his last couple of fights, he's hardly threw a punch. He's looked kind of gun shy, and Tyrone McKenna's come and he's came for a war his last couple of fights, and he leaves it all in there. So I expect Tyrone to come through it. Okay,
and just finally, before we let you work out, I want to get your thoughts on Monday's press conference between KSI and Logan Paul. Did you catch any of it?
I never caught any of it. I'm not really being interested in it, to be fair.
Is it something that intrigued you at all, even?
It's intrigued me in the fact that...
Like the event? Like the event?
It's intriguing in the fact that it's getting so much traction from guys that obviously aren't fighters and aren't boxers, but it's getting so much interest and so much traction from the media and a different audience as well. You're getting kids, all the YouTubers, all the gamers and all that going on and tuning into it. So it's good for a sport in that way, in the sense that it's growing and the sport's growing and tapping into that audience, and hopefully that makes the sport grow, and these kids or whoever is watching it then take an interest in boxing and start watching boxing. So yeah, it's good that way. Yeah.
If you was a world champion and you weren't in this tournament, you were a world champion, if you weren't in this tournament, would you feel disrespected if you were asked to fight on the undercard or something like that?
No, I wouldn't feel disrespected, no, because at the end of the day it's getting massive numbers, and it's great for the sport. And if I was boxing on it and some of the fans watched me and then started following me, after my fight, then great, because then it picks up on my profile and stuff as that as well. So yeah, it would be great. It'd be great for me. Yeah.
Okay, Josh Taylor, I'm going to leave it there. Anything else you'd like to add before we go?
No, nothing at all. Just see you on the 26th.